Hey there friends, Birdie here and just sharing a finished tutorial for one of our DIY kits. This one is the Boho Family Tiered Tray Kit. And let me just start by saying tiered tray just really means mini signs. You could use this if you had a tiered tray or not. These mini signs look great styled on a shelf using risers, or command strips are really great for hanging them for a little mini art display, the bigger pieces of this. And so I hate saying tiered tray, but um, that just is something we have to categorize them by at any rate. This is the Boho Family Tiered Tray. You get 6 pieces, or you'll have 6 finished pieces when you're done. It has the tag that says party of, and the numbers custom to whatever you choose. It has the round decorative sign that says enjoy the little things. It has the house shape that has the fun roof, the windows, and the door. You also get this boho flower, and you can paint this however you want, but I actually found a window piece, or a glass round window in the craft section that fits it perfectly, so I'm going to add that to it. And then you also get a Scrabble pieces spelling out family, and the little Scrabble tray for that as well. So in this instance, I am painting the tiered tray to match that sign that popped in earlier. It was a sign I had gotten from Hobby Lobby, and it's this great neutral, light tan finished sign with white and grays and browns and all sorts of things. And that's really the great thing about these kits, is you're able to customize them to your style of decorating, the colors you like, and all of that. And here is just a prime example of that. I'm finishing these pieces to match that sign. So I started out by painting all the pieces. Well, let me back up. I started out by masking all of the small pieces. So using masking tape, sticky side up, I grabbed all my tiny words and small pieces and attached them to that. This makes it easy to paint them and also easy to move them around, and I don't accidentally lose some of those small pieces. The next step was to paint all the pieces white that I wanted to be white, and then I used a baby wipe with a tan color and wiped on that tan color and then wiped it off. The baby wipe gives you a really great faux stained look, so I was able to see a lot of that wood grain peeking through on those pieces. And then I used a dark brown or burnt umber and painted the Scrabble tile tray, the door, the windows, and a few other pieces with that dark brown color. And here is that little mini mirror that I have that I am attaching to that boho flower, which I think is going to look super cute. The other thing I want to mention as I'm finishing this is I use a makeup triangle to paint my small pieces. It works great for small letters and just being able to paint just the top of the piece without a lot of mess. If you do get paint on the edge of your piece like I showed here on my house, it usually comes off fairly easy with a baby wipe, or if not, I just grabbed my makeup sponge, and because the edges are dark brown or black, I painted right over that white and you couldn't even tell. So everything has gotten its base coat and second coat if needed, and now I'm going through and just adding a detail in regards to distressing. I'm using the baby wipe to smudge the edges with the tan color on the house, And then I'm using the chip brush to lightly drag some dark lines across all my pieces. It gives it the look of shiplap or just distressed wood. I mean, especially on the house, I love how it turned out and looks like it has siding. And so I am putting together the tray for my Scrabble pieces, and then I decided that the dark brown pieces needed a little distressing too. I wanted to make them look a little worn. Now for these you could do it a couple different ways. You could grab a sanding block and kind of gently sand the edges and reveal some of that original wood, or in this case, I used my chip brush with white paint and just gently drug some white paint across the edges, and it gives it this really cool rustic kind of glowing effect around the edges of the roof and the windows and the door and whatnot. And then as things dry, I'm gluing all my pieces down. With our DIY kits, a lot of the pieces will have the letters or the shape scored into the backer piece. And what that means is it's just an outline there available to use for you to properly place those elements, so you don't have to worry about making sure your letters are all equally spaced, that they're all in line, and things like that, because that can be kind of a pain to do, especially with these mini signs. I also use a poker tool or a stylus tool to help me push my pieces around on these little signs and make sure that they're right in the place that I want them to be. I use a stick fast CA thick adhesive for my glue, but really any glue would work. You could use Elmer's glue, tacky glue, super glue, whatever glue you feel comfortable. Keep in mind that when you're gluing your pieces, if you're using a super glue, it does adhere and set fast. So you have to work fast and kind of get your pieces right where they need to be as you are placing them. With other glues like an Elmer's glue, wood glue, or a tacky glue, you have a little more time and a little more flexibility to move your pieces around. The other thing I want to mention is whatever glue you choose, make sure that it's a glue that's going to be clear drying, so that if you do have a little glue that seeps out the edges, it happens to me all the time, that it isn't going to be visible. It's not going to dry yellow or something like that. So I'm down to my last piece here, and I'm trying to recreate this plaid pattern. It's not turning out quite how I had envisioned. Plaids can be a little bit difficult, but I always revert to, if I don't like it, I'll just distress it, and then I'm always particularly happy with it. I really love a distressed look, so I grab my chip brush and some white paint and some of that dark brown paint and start distressing those edges. And then when you're ready to glue your pieces, also make sure that it is super dry because glue will not adhere well to any sort of wet paint. So I blow dried it, and then I did end up distressing it even more with a sanding block. So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you're interested, the kit is available on our website at redbirddesigns.com. And I guess one last thing, we are adding some, I forgot we added some ribbon to our tag. So I got 3 pieces of 12-inch ribbon. I folded it in half and pushed it through the opening of my little tag. And what you saw me there doing was I was cleaning out the opening in the tag because I had a little bit of paint sitting in there that I knew my ribbon would grab. And then once I get the loop through, I pull my tails through the loop, pull them, cut them down, and I fluff them, and there we go, all done. So again, let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this, and have a great day, guys. Bye.